Lee, first of all, this coming Thursday up here at the Blunsdon Abbey, the Sprockets have got their last trophy meeting against the Plymouth Devils, and although we can't qualify for it, still an important meeting.
Yeah, frustrating that it is our last one because, it's a funny old rule. We've raced 3, won 2, lost 1, and we're out. It's really frustrating. It would have been nice because we're against Plymouth. They've qualified already, but it would have been nice if this was the showdown to qualify. But like you say, it's still an important meeting, We're crying out for regular speedway at Swindon, and this provides us with the opportunity of next week we've got another meeting. And all the boys that come, they give 100%, and it's a different level of racing, of course it is. But in essence, there's an element of it that's a bit better because these guys are trying so hard and they're all trying to make their way in speedway. That'll be a good meeting, and like I say, we'll try and turn Plymouth over just so that we've got that little one over on them.
As you say, it's disappointing that the team had done so well, although when you went down to Plymouth, you had one or two problems with rider selection, didn't you?
Yeah, six or seven problems. Yeah, 6 or 7 problems. We started off with 5 at 9 o'clock in the morning. By 10 we had 6. By 12 I had 4. And the meeting, I don't know how we would have got it on, but I phoned around loads of people, and it was just we'd had the night before, and Darryl had picked up a bit of an injury, Lewis Whitmore had picked up a bit of an injury, and in the end 2 lads from Exeter stepped in, and if they hadn't, we wouldn't have got the meeting on. But they were novice riders, they weren't on the pace, they rode 100%, you couldn't knock them, but it just meant we were never going to get anything out of the meeting. So it was frustrating, and if you had your time again, you might have made an excuse to try and get it changed, but hey ho, it's one of those. And
last week, Darryl Richards announced his retirement at his young age, partly due to suffering lots of injuries. So, what are you going to do regards replacing him for the team?
We are first off on him. I spoke to. We had some text messaging on the Monday, and you could tell in his replies that it wasn't 100%. And then he said, "Look, I'm going to knock it on the head," but I think he's going to take a break. You can never say never in speedway. We've seen somebody retire last week, and a week later they're racing again. So he said we'll never say never, but he's been terrific. He's had bad injuries, and I hope he can take a break and come back one day and go again. But we've got 7 over the course of the meeting. I think we've used 9 riders, so we've got 7 of the 9 that we've used. So Taylor Hampshire's going to come back in. We're going to rejiggle the line a little bit, and
he did well at the Isle of Wight, didn't he?
It was terrific, and it was such a shame when he took a break. He just said his head wasn't in it. But what was nice is his dad that was at that meeting said, look, he really enjoyed racing for Swindon. He said, you made a nice team spirit, you got all the boys together, you told them to ride with no pressure and to enjoy it. And he actually had probably his best experience of the season with us. So I'm delighted that he's coming back to racing this one, because he was terrific that night, and hopefully he can do that again. But we'll go at it. Dave Mason's back. He'll probably ask David to captain the team in Darryl's absence, and we want to go out with a win. So all those boys will be trying hard to earn a few quid and to go out with a bit of a bang.
I've got to ask you as well. Coming up in a few weeks' time up here at the Blunsdon Abbey, it's going to be the National Fours. Are the Sprockets going to be looking to put a team in that at all? Can you do that or not?
No, we can't.
Frustrating, because it would have been ideal.
It's the first question I asked, and it's one of those that there are enough teams. You have 2 groups of 4, and there's enough teams to make that happen. Obviously, if a team didn't want to ride, I'd be on the phone to say, look, I'm happy to put a team in. But the fours are a great occasion because you get all the teams there. It used to happen at Peterborough, and it was a big deal that the fours way back when, so it's nice to have it at Swindon, and I think it'd be a good meeting to watch. In the same vein, there'll be boys going for it, trying to win, and when you think you've got the likes of Zach will be there with Lakeside, Benji Compton.
Lakeside definitely involved, are they?
Lakeside will be, I think Lakeside will be involved, which
must be one of the favourites then with Zach in their team.
I think so, yeah. Lakeside, Eastbourne. I think each team is in it, so all of the number ones will be there. So there'll be some good racing. Shame we're not in it.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, and just last of all, anything else to tell us what's been going on in the background here at the Swindon Robins in your other roles?
It's been so frustrating at the moment because we've had fixture changes, and we've had the weather that's played a big part in not letting us have fixtures, and we're just trying to build up a bit of momentum and get people back interested in it, but it's really difficult when you do get that break in fixtures and the break in play.
We've had a situation like it's another 2 weeks before the Robin's first team ride, and then I think, quote me if I'm wrong, but my colleague Josh has told me we've got something like 5 meetings in 7 days coming up.
And then
later on, is it?
We hammer in, yeah, I know. It just seems to be the way
The
it's
planning
gone.
seems all over the place.
Wow, I think partly to do with it and Grand Prix, but we also had potentially we were moving stadiums this season, weren't we? So we had a little look at the calendar and we had them. The downtime was due to the transition from A to B, but that hasn't happened. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen? But it's difficult for Roscoe because everyone's given 100% tonight. Zach was superb, Adam, Bradley, all of them, all the boys gave everything tonight.
You mentioned about the move to the new stadium. Now you're one of those with a bit of inside knowledge here at the Blunsdon Abbey. So any latest news on what's happening?
All that we're hearing back from stadium owners is positive. It's going to happen. The stadium is in kit form in the United Kingdom, so it's over here.
Down at Port Talbot, I believe.
Yeah, that's it. So you're there. You know more than I do. But do you know, it's
well guessed.
Yeah, it's the same conversation that we've been having, and we want to know more to be able to give everybody more information. So as soon as we get anything, we're passing it on, and that we is obviously from the club. But we just hope that in the coming weeks something will snap and trigger, and we'll be shouting about it. It's what we need.
So just to summarise again, for this coming Thursday, against Sprockets versus the Plymouth Devils. Up here at the Blunsdon Abbey, tapes up 7:30.
7:30. Season ticket holders can come in on a voucher. If they do that, they get £5 back. It's £12 entry for adults. Everybody else is free, so it's a great chance to come and watch Speedway, especially for people that might not have been before. It's not going to cost you a lot to come that night. You'll get some fantastic entertainment. Might be the reason to start coming supporting the Sprocket Stroke Robins.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Lee.
Thank you very much, guys. That's brilliant.